Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I look forward to working with you this Congress, and I want to welcome everyone to the very first Capital Markets Subcommittee hearing of the year. The basic mission of the Jobs Act, and I'm proud to have been a sponsor of this bill, was to make it easier for companies to raise capital from investors, whether that capital was being raised in the public markets or the private markets. Two of the main provisions of the Jobs Act have gone into effect in the past year and a half: Regulation A+ for small offerings and crowdfunding. Both of these provisions were designed to make it easier and less expensive for small startup companies to raise capital, and both provisions targeted small companies that may not have been able to raise capital using the traditional methods, like an IPO or a private placement to sophisticated investors. So this is a good time to step back and evaluate the progress of these two provisions by asking some simple questions. Are they working as intended? Are investors using them? Have they caused any investor protection problems? Are there any changes that need to be made to improve either of these provisions? The preliminary data suggests that both Reg A+ and crowdfunding are working broadly as intended, although there is some room for improvement. Both provisions are being used by very small startup companies. The typical company using both Reg A+ and crowdfunding only has 3 employees and has less than $5,000 in cash and no revenues. Crowdfunding is primarily being used by small companies that can't raise money any other way, and only to raise a small amount of capital. The median amount raised using crowdfunding was only $171,000. Regulation A+, on the other hand, is being used by a wider range of companies, mostly very small startup companies, but also some larger ones as well. Most of the companies that use Reg A+ have also raised money by issuing private securities to sophisticated investors before, which indicates that Reg A+ is being used as a supplement to other offering methods. I am concerned, however, about the fact that FINRA has already had to terminate one crowdfunding portal for allowing several companies that appeared to be fraudulent from offering securities on its platform. This raises serious investor protection concerns that we have to keep in mind as we review the impact of the Jobs Act. I look forward to hearing from my colleagues and from all of the panelists, and I yield back. Thank you.